All right, so Labor Day, federal holiday, right? Most federal, city, state workers, they have the day off. Did you know that private employers are not required by federal law to give you the day off or give you holiday pay?
Wow.
Did not know that.
I didn't either.
They are not required. Now, most of them do, right? So like, we've
Sure.
got lots of people who are not here today. They took the holiday off. We get paid for working the holiday. We can take another day off if we want to, right?
That's right.
Most private businesses do. When we think of federal holidays, we think they've been here since forever,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
They've just been here since forever. And some of them have. For instance, federal holidays like New Year's Day, Independence Day, Thanksgiving, Christmas, they date back to 1870. But those were holidays for federal employees only in the District of Columbia. In 1879, that's when Washington's birthday was added, again, only for federal workers in the District of Columbia. It started changing in 1885. All the holidays were then extended to federal employees around the whole nation. Here's a quick history of Labor Day told by the Department of Labor. In the beginning, labor activists called for a day of recognition of the ordinary worker. To start, they put on picnics, parades, and speeches. The first recorded celebration of this kind took place on September 5th, 1882, in New York City. In 1887, only 5 years later, Oregon became the first state to make Labor Day an official public holiday. Congress then enacted a law to make Labor Day a federal holiday on the first Monday in September, and on June 28, 1894, President Grover Cleveland signed it into law. Love your little added thing. He's from Buffalo.
Only because my wife is from there and she always talks about him.
Grover
Yeah.
Cleveland.
Yes.
You know, back then, they were just trying to get a weekend, right? Because the majority of the workforce back then worked 7 days a week.
Oh my
7
gosh.
7 days a week. So the recognition of workers has changed the workplace over the years. It really continues to change the workplace today. I mean, just think about the different things from overtime, right? Equal pay for women. I mean, all different kinds of things. Sick leave.
Yep.
It makes me think of if only they did it in D.C. That was the only place, right? In the
Right, at the
beginning.
beginning.
And I'm wondering if it's because back in those days, you know, hundreds and hundreds of years ago, there were so many like farmers, and you can't take a day off if you're a farmer or a small business owner. That's about all there was back then.
Yeah,
You know?
it's definitely interesting, and even just kind of the way Labor Day is and celebrated today too. Lots of people go out and grill, try to really relax, and some people are just like, you know, some don't even really like Labor Day. They just rather just go ahead and go to work anyway, and regardless. So definitely interesting. It evolves each year.
It does, and it's a day to remind us all that work is not a perfect entity, right? But it is a necessary one, and it's a changing one. And if you got paid for taking the day off, I say enjoy, right? And if you got paid for today, right, and you're going to take another day off, I say, you know what? It is, in fact, a happy Labor Day because you get to choose. How nice is that?
I always say, better to be employed
Than
and
not.
be happy about
For
that.
sure. So we're happy to be laboring on Labor Day.
Absolutely.
Hope you've had a good one.